Hey everybody, welcome to Retro Today. Boyan Dulovic here. In this episode, we're going to talk about this lovely book right here, which is The Definitive History of Robocop. Now, if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you know Robocop, and I'm not talking about the 2014 remake. It is in this book as well, and we'll talk about that one, but I am talking about the original movie and the original trilogy. So this book is amazing. If you love the Robocop franchise, there's so much stuff here that, it's going to take you hours and hours of awesome fun just going through it, reading it, looking at the amazing pictures of the behind the scenes and all kinds of stuff. So I'll go through it. I won't show you everything, but I'll give you a good idea of what you can get with this book. So let's start off. There's the lovely cover, and as we open it up, oh, look at that. Just look at this beauty. Sexy. So there's the breakdown. Now there's 224 pages in this, and as you can see here, the first movie, most pages are dedicated to the first movie, which makes sense. So you got about 80 pages just for the first movie, and then it goes down in terms of page number, how much each movie gets. Obviously, the fourth one gets a few pages because, we have to acknowledge its existence. Or sorry, I meant not the fourth one, the reboot. But it exists. What are you gonna do? So let's start going through this. Look at that. One of the posters. Gotta love it. So you got a foreword here, which is by Edward Neumeier, who is the writer of the Robocop of the first movie, and I'm not sure. I don't think he wrote the second one, although I could be wrong on that one. He also wrote Starship Troopers, which was also directed by Paul Verhoeven, the director of this movie. And here they are. There's Edward right here, and there's Paul right here. This is no news to you if you're a Robocop fan. You know all this stuff. So there we go, starting with chapter 1. Now there's some really cool behind-the-scenes photos here of Ed 210, Ed 209, and just like right here, the breakdown of the script and the storyboards and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of great stuff here. Now look at this, man. So this is a scene when Murphy gets killed. I mean, just if you look at just the prosthetics, the work that went into all the prosthetics, it was amazing. Rob Bottin, who is the guy who did all the special effects, the suit, and basically everything you see in the movie, him and his team, they did just an amazing job. There's no doubt about that. So there we go. There you can see the concept work for the, what was it again? The 6000 SUX. Get it, sucks? Yeah. Yeah, just awesome stuff. So let's go a few pages forward here. Oh yeah, so this is one of my favorites. So you got Ed 209, you got the early concept work right here. Then, as it got more refined, and this is basically the final product, final concept. And here we have Phil Tippett doing his stop animation, which, again, awesome stuff. Yeah, here's actually, this is a fun image. So these are all the parts for Ed 209. Look at that. Just awesome, man. So, oh, look at that. Love it. Storyboards. Awesome. right, let's go forward a little bit. So, and the book basically goes through the movies in chronological order, as the movie unfolds, the story unfolds. So now we are at the end of the first one, and then let's jump some pages. So, all right, here we go. Here's the second one. So you get Kirshner, director of Empire, and who also directed this one. And I think this was his last movie. Unfortunately, the second one didn't do as well because there was a lot of problems with it. I'm probably at some point very soon, I'm gonna do a review of all three movies, and I'll talk about the behind the scenes problems and all that kind of stuff. So look forward to that on my channel. And yeah, look at that. So let's go forward a little bit more. So this is the part in the movie when Murphy was cut in half and they're putting him back together. There you go. Fortunately, Lois in the second movie, she's not in the movie as much as I would like her to be. Her character wasn't really written as well in the second one as she was in the first one. So here's some more storyboards of the final confrontation between Robocop and basically Robocop 2, the villain in the movie. There you go, look at that. The images, the quality of the images, it's just beautiful. I mean, honestly, if you just want to buy this to look at the images, it's worth it. Even if you don't want to read any of the text, the images and the storyboards and just all the visual things are just beautiful by itself. So now we're into the third one, which really wasn't that great. I mean, the third one is the weakest out of the original trilogy. Still better than the remake, which is a very sad statement, but it is what it is. So there we go. And like I said, as you keep going through the movies, the amount of pages dedicated to the second and the third one are obviously less than for the first movie, which makes sense. And oh, there we go. So now we get to the legacy part, chapter 4. So this deals with the TV show. Although it doesn't, I don't think it talks about Prime Directive, the TV show. Although I could be wrong. There's only a few pages dedicated to the TV shows. I actually wish they had dedicated more stuff to the TV shows and the games and the comics. There's not as much here when it comes to that, but what are you gonna do? So there's that. Actually, no, I was wrong. Yeah, there's Prime Directive. And then, yeah, now we get into the cartoons. The cartoons, yeah, this is just basically this here. So there were two different cartoons. There was Alpha Commando, and I think the other one was just called Robocop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't think this... Yeah, actually, it only talks about Alpha Commando. And then we get into the comics. Again, just basically just these 2 pages dedicated to it. I wish there was more there because, I mean, there's a huge amount of comics for the Robocop franchise. And then here's some gaming stuff. And then obviously the toys. I mean, there's a decent amount of toys here, right? And actually, this is pretty cool. It talks about the statue of Robocop in Detroit that they actually want to build. I don't know if they built it yet. I can't remember, but yeah, why not? Cool. And yeah, this is pretty sweet. So you get some artwork here, and then there it is, the reboot. I mean, if you are into VFX and that kind of stuff, like myself, obviously, at least there's some information there when it comes to the 3D models of how they did Robocop and that kind of stuff. So there is useful information from that perspective, but yeah, I just don't care for the reboot. I refuse to even own it on Blu-ray or DVD. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff there. So just jumping some pages here, and now we're getting close to the end. There you go. So this all talks about the reboot. So that's it, folks. I'll show you the back of it. There you go. And so yeah, this is a great book. I'll find all the links. They will be in the notes. And I think in the US this book should be around $30. I could be wrong. I think in Canada it's around $40. But anyway, I'll find all the links, and they will be in the notes section. And like I said, that's it, folks. Check out all my other videos and stay tuned. There will be more Robocop related stuff. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Please like this video if you like it, or dislike it if you dislike it. And hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Thanks.